this week I'm following Hobo Aquarium to 2 different shows, which I think will give a nice glimpse into what it's like to be a young band in Halifax right now. The first of those shows is at the Wardroom on the King's campus. Okay, extremely neat band. I first met them because they lent me an amp during a show. Saved me big time. Then I walked into a show they were doing at Radstorm, and all I saw was that they were eating vegetables, and then I had to go, so I really didn't have much to go on for what kind of music they made. Then one of my friends was opening for them over at the Woodside Tavern.
Thank you.
And then they opened for a band I'm working with, Keepy Uppy, at the Carlton. And by that point, I was sold. I sat down with them. I also stood up with them and talked to them about their music, about what they have coming up.
This started when I was in high school. And I was like, thought music was cool, so I started writing songs. Yeah, and then I went to community college. Max and I met in first year, and we were in a band called Bone Police. That's a little known piece of trivia.
Okay, yeah.
Dante came to school the next year.
The guitar player.
You figure out that part?
I got that part. Locked and loaded, let me tell you.
Thank God.
Locked and loaded.
Right there, we'll cut to that part.
Just butchering.
I once walked into Radstorm, and then I just saw you guys all eating vegetables.
Oh yeah.
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 And I didn't get to hear any music. I just was like, wait. I was like, oh, I feel like this is gonna be so cool, but like you're just eating, and I had to go.
Yeah, we didn't even play music that night. We just sat there an hour set, and we just.
I ripped a DJ set.
Yeah.
I found this old, terrible, I found this old, terrible CD, like turntable.
Yeah.
I took a Moby CD.
An Outcast.
Outcast.
Yeah.
And all you can really do on the turntable is change the speed, change the pitch,
Yeah.
loop, and like make garbage sound effects.
Yeah.
So what we did for maybe the first 10-15 minutes of our set was and I would blast my favorite things. Izzy and Max would eat carrots and pudding and feed me carrots and pudding.
I definitely left thinking it was like a hardcore metal thing.
No. No.
No, definitely not.
In our second year of NSCC, we were in the funk ensemble, and
I think that's where I met you, or at least first saw.
I think so.
The Garden.
The Garden.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Which I didn't know what it was, but that was a really fun night for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just like practiced all week, and then I was like, "Is this a real thing?" And then
Yeah.
nice restaurant. And like,
Yeah.
it was a good time.
We thought, how funny would it be if like the opener for the show had their own opener, had their own DJ opener,
Okay.
and they like ate vegetables and shit.
So has that been phased out, or is that you can expect that tonight?
I don't want to spoil too much.
I feel like we don't often try to replicate jokes that we do at shows, but we always try to have a relative sense of humor.
Hobo Aquarium is a 3-piece indie band from Halifax, Nova Scotia. That was the bio I found, so short and sweet.
You guys played a Linkin Park cover.
Yeah, we did.
And it was
we
awesome, and it was great.
Yeah, we kind of came up with this idea of encore roulette, where we were like, we've got a couple
Nice.
like songs that we don't really play anymore, but like, how do you decide an encore?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So we were like, let's pick all of the other songs we know. Everyone come to a collective on a number,
Yeah.
and we'll do that. We'll do that song.
Sick.
And sometimes we end up doing a couple of them. Sometimes we end up doing all of the numbers.
So what is tonight? What is this show?
A friend of mine who I went to high school with went to King's, and he knew that I was a musician, and he said, orientation week at King's were looking for musicians to play this show. Then we played that show, and they've wanted us back ever since.
It was, to date, probably one of our best shows.
Okay.
It's kind of been the metric that we hold all of the other shows up to.
Yeah, it's the watermark.
Because it, like, yeah. Oh shit.
Whoops.
Uh-oh, one of us is gonna die at the end of the show.
Jordie might die at the
I
end
might
of the
die
show.
at the end of the show.
Tell us about the chicken sandwich.
It was good. 2 months ago, I decided to be vegetarian,
Oh, sick.
just kind of for fun.
Has that affected the music a lot?
No, not really.
On tonight, what's the show?
It's Voodoo Sometimes asked us to do it. They heard tell it of us. I think they came to one of our shows. They came and saw us at the Carlton, and they thought, that's our opener. I believe there's a third band in the middle.
Magic Carpet?
Called Magic
Oh, cool.
Carpet. Yeah.
One each. Shout out a Halifax band or Nova Scotia band that you really like.
Okay, cool. Bill Ricky's pretty sweet. I quite enjoy their music. It's a good vibe. They got a good lineup. They kind of have a changing lineup. They had a different group of people last year, and now they got a fiddle, a steel guitar player. It's great.
Oh, Postfun. I love Postfun. They're so great. I don't know. They're playing in Montreal right now or something, or they did play in Montreal, and it's great to see that their music is reaching places outside of just here. But they're amazing. I love you, Postfun. please ask us to play a show with you, please.
I really like Garrett Mason. He's always fun to see. Oh, I like some of the local jazzers. Big Jordie Hailey fan. Sylvio Pupo.
Oh, yeah.
Larry Bjornson. That person with the cello over there. Shout out. I think it was one of our teachers said something about it was like a Bill Evans quote or some shit. And he was like, yeah, performing is like a mindset I have to put myself into, and it's like a switch that I turn on and off, and I think I'm getting closer to that.
Okay.
Where it's like, something kind of overtakes me. maybe it just means I'm not really paying attention. But
Well, I can't speak for the rest of you, but I'm pretty I'm locked in. I take 5 minutes before we got on stage. I analyze the set. I do a bit of a refresher for the lyrics, which I inevitably end up forgetting. I don't know. I like just getting into the zone. I hype myself up. I stand in front of the mirror and I just say you're the best. I say you are so good, and this show's gonna be so good. And then I think it's when I take off my sweater and the boy shirt is on, I become a different person. Yeah, I'm sort of going out of who I normally am and turning into boy.
What makes a good show?
It's got to be memorable. You gotta walk away from it a week later having a memory pop up. You're like, I forgot that even happened. That's
Right.
crazy. Or you have something. There's got to be it doesn't really matter necessarily whether the music is on point, you're hitting every single note. But if you get a vibe going and you get stuff happening, the people are going to be like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
I remember just having a fun time.
Sick.
I think that's critical. The crowd helps with that, and having theatrics kind of, that's a bit more of a specific to us thing, I guess. But other people do it. But it's knowing that you're going to have something in the bag that's going to people are not going to forget the guy eating pickles or whatever's going on, or the kidnapping. People are going to remember that stuff. So it's
Follow Hobo Aquarium. Their ad is in the description. They just released their debut album, Boy Girl Man, on the 28th of June, so definitely go check that out. And thanks to the band for the interview.